What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex here, and you're watching a Ragin Ronin review. Got a review for you. Last night I checked out Ready or Not. It is a film that I wouldn't normally check out, but when I first saw the trailer for it, the very first one, it looked like, okay, alright, cool, interesting, not interested. And then I saw another trailer for it, and then it actually added more comedy into the film. Like, I didn't realize or expected it to be a funny movie. And that's when I decided, okay, I want to check this out. This is like a dark comedy, suspense thriller. But it's more than that. Some would say that, like, it's more in the horror genre. And I guess it is, but I wouldn't classify it under horror, mostly because I actually was never scared in this film. I never felt scared, or I never felt it was scary. There are some, scare moments and some grotesque moments, but like grotesque like scenes, but like I never felt scared in this movie. Anyways, let me just give you the premise, okay? This woman gets married into this rich family, and then one of the biggest traditions is playing games whenever playing a game at midnight when a new family is introduced into this into their family, okay? It's their tradition that dates back so many years, okay? And then the game that they decided to play, or rather they randomly selected, was hide and seek. And this hide and seek game just happened to be a version of it where the seekers go out and kill the one that is hiding, which happens to be the bride, okay? And then that's all you need to know about the film. This film is full of surprises. And like right then and there, like with that premise alone, I was thinking to myself, okay, I'm interested, okay? Especially since it's got this comedic elements in it. And because I think it's going to be a fun film. So I decided to check it out. And it didn't really star anybody that I knew. I mean, there was Andy McDowell in it. And then there was also the guy who played that guy in the first Mission Impossible film 23 years ago. But besides that, I don't really know any of the actors in this film. And, that kind of added to this film because I wasn't focused on any of the actors whatsoever. I was really focused on this really bizarre, quirky, and twisted story, okay? And at the end of it all, like, they jump right into it, okay? They waste no time, doing exposition or whatever. They just jump right into this hide and seek game. And I really like that about this movie because that's what I wanted to see. And they jump right into this whole bizarre game that they need to play. And then suddenly she's running for her life. And the actress that plays the bride, I think her name is Grace. The character's name is Grace. She drives this film. At first I was thinking, okay, the groom and the bride are going to work together. We're going to see a lot of them together, and they're going to make it through. But actually, I thought that the groom was weak. He's probably the weakest character of them all right? But I was expecting a lot more from him. I didn't really like him, okay? And it's not because of, like, who he actually is. It's just what he contributes to this film, and it's not a whole lot. I know he had to be there because he's the groom, and he brings her into the family, but the fact is that he doesn't do a whole lot in this movie, so, yeah, he's pretty weak. But I love the bride in this film. She's kind of like Harley Quinn played by Margot Robbie. She just gets, she starts off weak, and then she's like, doesn't know anything, and you're not even sure if she can actually handle herself, but she just progressively gets more and more resourceful and badass, and like that makes her such a likable character. And she goes through a lot. Think about it. You got the entire family, your entire in-laws just hunting you down, wanting to kill you. You better figure out a way to survive, right? And that's what this movie's all about. It's about survival. And I gotta say, this movie works. It's funny, it's full of surprises, but I'll tell you that it's not scary. Because I guess they didn't make it scary enough. They put a lot of comedic elements in it, and it just really just makes it a little bit more lighthearted, even though, the idea, the concept itself is kind of disturbing. They don't really make it sinister enough. You know what I'm saying? I don't really feel that sense of dread, and it really might come down to the directors not doing a good enough job giving the dread to us, but I still like the story. The story is just really out there. It's really bizarre, and it just but it just doesn't feel evil enough. And you're not given memorable enough characters that really make you really scared, right? Because none of these characters are actually, oh my god, she better get away from this character. At the end of the day, all those characters are really all the same, right? And they don't really stand out. Like, none of the characters stand out except for how they look like. They might have some personalities that might differ from each other, but they don't really stand out in the sense that none of them are really that scary. Unlike, you know, there's another movie that reminds me of this film, and that is a film called Don't Breathe. Now, that character is scary, and it's a similar concept where they're trapped in a house and trying to get out. Same type of thing. I kept on comparing it to that. Yeah, same kind of concept, but none of the characters really felt that scary to me, if at all. Okay, it was just more like about her dodging these obstacles, you know, finding a way to get out of these situations. And then, you know, I enjoyed it for what it is. I mean, it's not like an amazing film. It's not a great film. The story is very, very unique. And I do like the actress who played the Margot Robbie lookalike. But you know, it's just a fun film. I'm gonna give it. I will give it. You know, I wrote down the scores here somewhere. I just kind of took it off the. Okay, what is it? It is okay. I gave it a 7 out of 10. I'm giving Ready or Not a 7 out of 10. Still a fun film. Still a good film. Not great by any means, but worth a check out, worth a look if you are into this genre, okay? And there you have it. That's all I gotta say in this review. As always, if you enjoyed it and you want to see more, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter at Ragin Nation. My name is Alexi. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.